we have to find value second derivative for x equals 0. So first we have to find the first derivative. F prime of x is equal, because we have here multiplication, it means we have to use product rule. Product rule, so when we have v times u prime, this is equal v prime times u plus v times u prime. So in our case, v is equal x and u is equal cosine pi over 2x. So we have to find the derivative of v. Derivative of x is 1, and derivative of u, we have composite function. First we have to find the derivative of cosine. Derivative of cosine is negative sign, and we just copy pi over 2x, and next we have to find derivative pi over 2 times x. This is pi over 2, so we have times pi over 2. So u prime, of course, is equal negative times positive is negative pi over 2 times sine pi over 2x. Now we have to just substitute. First we have to put derivative of x is 1 times cosine pi over 2x, we just copy, plus we have x times derivative of cosine is equal negative pi over 2 sine pi over 2x. This is equal 1 times cosine is cosine pi over 2x, and we have positive times negative is negative, so we have negative pi over 2x sine pi over 2x. Now, because we need second derivative, we have to find second derivative. It means we have to find derivative of first derivative. This is our first derivative. F bis of x is equal derivative of cosine pi over 2. We just calculate. We have to just copy this. Is negative pi over 2 sine pi over 2x minus, we just copy, and again we have here multiplication. It means we have to use this rule. So first we have to find the derivative of first expression. Derivative of pi over 2x, I will open brackets, is pi over 2, and we just copy sine pi over 2x plus, we use still this rule. We have to copy pi over 2x times derivative of sine pi over 2x. So we have composite function. First we have to find the derivative of sine. Derivative of sine is cosine, so we have times cosine of pi over 2x, and derivative of pi over 2x is just pi over 2. Close the brackets. This is equal. We have to copy this first expression, negative pi over 2 sine pi over 2x, and we have negative sign before this whole expression. It means we have to change the sign. It will be negative pi over 2 sine pi over 2, and negative times positive is negative. We have pi over 2 times pi over 2, so it will be pi squared over 4, and I forgot to put x. So we have now cosine of pi over 2x. This is equal. We have two negative expressions with pi over 2 times sine pi over 2x. So we can write 2 times negative pi over 2 sine pi over 2x. And we have negative pi square over 4x cosine pi over 2x. So this is equal. We can reduce, because we have multiplication here, we can reduce 2 and 2. And positive times negative is negative. It means we have negative pi times sine pi over 2x minus pi square over 4x times cosine pi over 2x. This is our second derivative. Now we have to find the value of our second derivative for x equals 0. It means we have to replace x's by 0. So we have negative pi, we just copy, and we have sine pi over 2 times 0 minus pi square over 4 times 0 times cosine pi over 2 times 0. This is equal negative pi times sine pi over 2 times 0 is 0. Sine of 0 is 0. So we have negative pi times 0 minus, and we have pi square over 4 times 0. So this expression will be 0. So we have negative pi times 0 is 0 minus 0 is 0. This is my solution.